Welcome to another episode of Faithfully Podcast. I'm your host, Nicola Menzi. In this episode, you hear Michael Stalcup read his poem titled The Rule. Michael is a Thai-American poet living in Bangkok, Thailand. His poetry is featured or forthcoming in several magazines, including Commonweal Magazine, First Things, and Inheritance Magazine. You can read more of his work at michaelstalcup.com. Michael wrote The Rule in response to the police murder of George Floyd and the incident in Central Park involving Christian Cooper and Amy Cooper, the latter of whom has been dubbed Central Park Karen. Of course, George Floyd is the 46-year-old black man who died on May 25th after a now former Minneapolis police officer knelt on his neck for about 9 minutes until Floyd fell unconscious and was later declared dead. In video now seen all over the world, Floyd can be heard saying several times that he couldn't breathe while the white police officer continued pressing down on his neck with his knee and his hands casually placed in his pockets. Christian Cooper and Amy Cooper, of no relation, became widely known after Christian uploaded video of his encounter with Amy also on May 25th in New York City. He encountered Amy in The Ramble, a section of Central Park popular with birdwatchers and where dogs are required to be leashed. When Christian informed Amy of the rule, she followed through on her threat to call the police on him and use his skin color against him. Christian is black and Amy is white. Michael's poem is only 4 stanzas, yet it clearly articulates the elements of white privilege, racialized violence, and police brutality at the center of both George Floyd's murder and Amy Cooper choosing to use what I call the white woman in distress card. It's one thing to read the poem, but it's quite another to hear the author read it himself. So without further ado, listen as Michael Stalcup reads The Rule.
The Rule. The posted rule says keep your dogs on leash. But if a black man asks you to conform, feel free to treat him like a dog, to storm at him and point and threaten to unleash that well-worn discipline. I'll call the cops and say an African American, 'cause Harvard grad, birdwatcher, novelist, or neighbor, person, stranger, man, won't stop this white world quite the way that black man will, won't get police there fierce enough with knees on necks, will leave him too much room to breathe, to be, to speak, to wait for you until you leash your dog and stay 6 feet away so he can watch the birds this bright spring day.
That's it for this episode of Faithfully Podcast. If you have any questions or concerns, email us at contact@faithfullymagazine.com. You can also visit our website for more exclusive content and to get the latest in news, culture, and Christianity. And don't forget to share the podcast and tell your friends about it. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time.